Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name's Shadow Wraith, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 heroes for good in Middle-earth strategy battle game. Now recently, I just released a video about the top 5 evil heroes in Middle-earth strategy battle game, and it's only fitting that I did the good side as well. Now, getting straight to it, number 5 is Thror. From the army of Thror. He is an absolute unit. Right, for 120 points, you get a Fight 6 model, Strength 4, Defense 9. That is insane. Defense 9. I know he's a dwarf, but Defense 9 is, there's one under like siege machines and things like that. That is absolutely insane. Most things are going to struggle even touching him. Anyway, he gets 3 attacks, 3 wounds, and courage 6. That's a really solid profile. He's got 3 might, fantastic, 3 will, awesome, and 1 fate. Right, 1 fate is not so good until you look at the Arcan Stone. The bearer of the Arcan Stone passes a fate roll on a 3+, so his fate roll is a 3+. Good chance of passing. In addition, when taking a fate roll, if the roll is a 4 or better, there is no need to expend the fate point at all. It is free. So essentially, you can have unlimited fate. So he's defense 9 with the potential to keep rolling 4-ups. That's... yeah, have fun getting through that. Okay? Absolutely have fun getting through that. And obviously he's got Strike, Heroic Strength, and Heroic Challenge, even though that never comes up, ever. Yeah, along with him, you can take your Grimhammers and you can upgrade them to be his Guardians of the King for 1 point extra. And they get +1 strength, so they're strength 4. Fantastic. And then, the just a little extra bit. It's got the Ring of Durin. So once per game, the bearer with the ring can re-roll a single priority roll. So if you really need that priority roll, fantastic, re-roll it. You never know. It's just, okay, I love him. I think he's awesome. I came against him and I bounced off him. I mean, he was the last thing standing, but yeah, I didn't even touch him. It was insane. Anyway, swiftly moving on. In our number 4 slot, we have Toriel. Right, Toriel. Okay, she is incredible in my opinion. Obviously this list is completely my opinion, so if you've got any dramas with it, anything you missed, I think I missed out, or something you don't agree with, just tell me in the comments. I will read them and I'd love to hear from you. But Toriel, she's Fight 6, it's pretty good, Strength 4, Defense 5, 3 attacks, 2 wounds, Courage 6. Okay, that's pretty solid. I'm happy with that. 3 might, 2 will, 3 fate. So yeah, she's pretty solid. 85 points. Now she's got Elven made daggers and an Elven cloak. Right. So Elven cloak. I love Elven cloaks. They stop your heroes getting sniped. It's absolutely fantastic. And then you can give her an elf bow because she's Toriel. She's got woodland creature, and here's where it gets pretty tasty. She's got Blade Mistress, and this is what makes her incredible. She receives an additional attack for each enemy model she is engaged with after the first. So basically, the first one doesn't count, and anyone else who she is engaged in combat with, she gains an extra attack. This bonus is determined at the start of each fight and lasts until all strikes from that fight have been resolved. So you could get 4 people on her, and then suddenly she's got 5 attacks. Sorry, 6. Yeah, you got 4 people into her. You ignore the first one, 3 extra, 6 attacks. At Fight 6. Yeah, there's no ganging up on her really. She don't care. And it's for that reason she's number 4. I mean, I almost put her higher, but yeah, I've seen these other heroes do better. Anyway, moving on. The number 3 slot goes to Boromir, or Bannermere, as people lovingly call him. Right, unlike Toriel, he is a bit point costy, you know, bit expensive, but we'll forgive him for that. purely because, well, I'll go through stats. He's fight 6, strength 4, defense 6, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 6, 6 might. Yep, 6 might. That's amazing. You know, 2 top tier heroes worth of might there. 3 will and 3 fate. So he's got a beast kind of stat line. I think he's awesome. He's got the Horn of Gondor. So basically, if he's outnumbered by a 2-to-1 ratio or more, the enemy combatants in the fight with the highest courage value must take a courage test. If the test is passed, the combat is fought as normal. If the test fails, Boromir automatically wins and can strike blows against the enemy. So, if you're fighting Moria goblins, yeah, okay. Even orcs. Yeah, I think that's pretty insane. On top of that, you can upgrade him for 40 points. You can give him the Banner of Minas Tirith, which is where you get Boromir. So basically what this is it's a 6-inch banner for friendly Gondor warriors, and all friendly Gondor warriors within 6 inches gain +1 to their fight value. And it stacks with other bonuses. The only downside to it is he can't carry a lance if he has the banner, which is fair enough. So yeah, 200 points in total for them two. That's pretty good, because I mean, at the moment, most Gondor they play with the shield wall tactic. So basically, you've got your Gondor warriors up front with their shields and swords. Then behind supporting them, you've got the Citadel Guard, who are fight 4. So that basically gives you a fight 5 shield wall. Yeah, that's pretty strong. And if you put Ingold in there, who's from the Gondor at War supplement book, even if you lose a Drew roll, you don't back off, and you won't lose your shield wall within 3 inches of him. Yeah, that's the kind of way it's played that I've seen, along with a few Avenger Bolt throwers, just for good measure, on the side. Yeah, it's incredibly hard to get through that. Incredibly hard. The only army I've got that has got through it is my Far Harad, and that's purely because Camel impact hits, and I rolled quite high, and I got lucky. But other than that, you tend to bounce off it, because, I mean, they're still pretty solid. Like, the shield wall, that makes them defense... What? 6? 7. Defense 7 in shield wall. Yeah, most things aren't going to even hurt them. Yeah, so that's why Boromir's number 3, because he can just give you so much to your army. Anyway, number 2 goes to the big man on a pig, Dane Ironfoot, Lord of the Iron Hills, for 140 points. But let's be honest, you're going to pay 20 points to put him on his war boar. So, for 160 points, you are getting a movement 8 model, because he's on his boar, so slightly slower than a horse. Fight 6, strength 5, which is really good. Defense 8, solid. 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 7. Yeah, he's not running away. And he's also 3 might, 3 will, 3 fate. Absolutely solid hero. He is a tank, he is a unit, he is burly. So he is burly with a 2-handed hammer. At strength 5, he is going to kill most things he touches. Along with that, you also get Master of Battle with him. So that's the army bonus. So on a 4+, he gains Master of Battle. So he can nick other heroic actions on a roll of a 4+. So you don't even need to use your might if you if you don't want to. He's also fearless, so he's not going to be running away. So he's courage 7, but you don't really need to worry about that. Along with that, everyone within 12 inches of Dane automatically passes all courage tests, as long as they're Iron Hill dwarves. They're required to make. He also causes terror if he charges. And, I mean, I don't know if this is a downside, but he's got fierce... but basically, he's got a rule. If you kill an enemy model, for the rest of the game, if Dane is in charge range, he must too. He must charge if he's in range. So you can't hold him back or anything. So sometimes that could sting you, but 9 times out of 10 you want him in combat anyway, so never mind. He's defense 8, he can take it. And he's also got the absolutely hilarious ability called Headbutt. So, if Dane Ironfoot, Lord of the Iron Hills, wins a duel roll but fails to slay his opponent, select one enemy man-sized or smaller model in the fight and roll a d6 on a 5+. Dane will headbutt that model and it will be knocked to the ground. Awesome. So, in case he's not on his pig, you still want to knock someone down just for good measure. Fantastic. Now, we get to our number 1 slot. Okay, this is in number 1 slot purely because I don't own this model. I haven't played with this model. I've only played against it. And it messes me up completely. I get absolutely annihilated by this model. It is, of course, Gollum. No, I'm only joking. It's Glorfindel, Lord of the West, from Rivendell. Okay? So, 145 points for this model. Okay? He's fight 7, so he's outfighting almost every other hero in the game. Azog. Yeah, off the top of my head. Not including good heroes in this list, because there's a couple. Obviously, you got Gilgalad, who's like fight 9, but hey hey. Oh yeah, and obviously the Balrog and Big Lad himself, Sauron. Yeah. So anyway, Glorfindel at fight 7, strength 4, defense 5, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 7. He's got 3 might, 3 will, 3 fate. He's got an elven made hand and a half sword. So basically, if someone does get to fight 7, you're on par with them, or you both strike up to 10. You're still probably going to win the fight anyway if it's a draw. Then you can give him the Armour of Gondolin. Now, the Armour of Gondolin is pretty handy because I play evil mostly, and I do like my monsters. This heavy armour, it's heavy armour, so he goes up in defence. Additionally, whilst wearing the Armour of Gondolin, monster models may not target Glorfindel with brutal power attacks. So you can't rend him, try and get past his armour. You can't hurl him, you can't do anything. Yeah, it's really annoying. Now, just because he needs it, with his 3 attacks, just in case you're not happy with him, and you don't roll a 6, you got Lord of the West, so you can re-roll 1 dual roll and 1 wound roll. If he's in range of a banner, you can re-roll another dual roll dice, not the same dice, but another one. So you've got 2 re-rolls if you're close in banner range. At fight 7, fantastic. Okay, you're probably going to win most duels with this dude. Yeah, I mean you can take his horse, which has got a 12-inch move rather than a 10, and it's got fleet foot, so it's pretty handy. And he's only 10 point. Asphaloth, I want to say. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, he's got Horse Lord. He causes terror. He's woodland creature. He's amazing. 145 points. Okay, fantastic. Now, thank you ever so much for listening. If there's anything in this list you didn't agree with, please let me know. I'd love to find out what you want, what you think, along with if you think there's something awesome about this list. If you're like, yeah, I've struggled against Glorfindel, or I've struggled against Dane Ironfoot, let me know. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. Goodbye.